How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. How's it going, everybody? Friday, in for the long weekend. My camera seems to be weird, like my colors are dark. It is what it is. But welcome, everybody. So today, what a day. I am very upset I did not have my notification set up down here, because I would have loved to scoop up some shares under $50. Still, even right now, I would still love to buy it right now. However, I would like to play some options, and I'm very curious if I were to get some options right now, what it would be looking like. So I'm kind of looking at we'll do the 23rd. As you guys know, I like to go kind of far out for my options. Granted, this is still within the month, but I like to go as far out as I feel comfortable with, especially with the catalyst, the potential catalyst that we have coming for this month. And so I'm taking a look over here at the $52 strikes, although we'll have to see where we end up on Tuesday morning, because remember, the market is not trading on Monday. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have here. If I were to get these options, see, even then, I guess I like this one a little bit. $60 for a break even price here. It's going to cost me $830 to get this one right here. But you know what? If it goes, if we do go to the moon or something like that, this will pay handsomely. So definitely something I'm going to consider adding to my position. GameStop is something that I wish I would have been able to hop in under $200, but excuse me. But again, did not have my notifications on, and that's 100% on me. So let's take a look at AMC, see what happened on the day. We'll say hi to the chat, and we'll keep it moving. AMC did end the day at 51.96 in the regular market trading hours. We were down 4.17%. In the after hours, though, we're up 1.12% at 52.54. All right. Looking pretty good. As you can see, early in the morning, it just kind of dumped, right? Diamond with the super chat. Tuesday, looking forward to Tuesday. Hopefully I can pick something up on Monday. I would love to pick this up on Monday around $52 mark. I don't know what'll happen in the pre-market of Monday, or so hopefully right as soon as the market opens, I'll be able to scoop up some shares. But it's possible that it's going to freaking run up, but we'll have to see. Let's see. So in the morning, as soon as the day dang started, it just started dropping, right? Free falling from $53, touched $47.77, right? I'm sure it was probably pretty scary. You know who wasn't scared? Me. You know why? I wasn't even looking, right? First of all, I know the DD, so even if I did see it, it would have been fine. Second of all, I wasn't even looking, right? I didn't even have my notifications on. I'm over here just going about my day. Life is good. Little did I know, for some people, the sky was probably falling. It's not open Monday. So I'm going to be looking to make a position on Tuesday. Thank you, Diane. We'll see what happens pre-market on Tuesday. So for this, I'm looking at, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it kind of dumped, right? So I wasn't even freaking watching. It was just so funny. It was like the scene in The Amazing Spider-Man where Stan Lee, is just like vacuuming and stuff. He's the janitor in the school, kind of just cleaning things up. Meanwhile, there's a full-on fight going on behind him. He's blissfully unaware of what's going on, just like, oh, life is good. And meanwhile, things are going crazy behind me. But either way, it's not like I would have freaked out, but I would have bought more. That's how I would have freaked out. So it's all right. Recovered so strong. It just kind of bounced, right? It tanked right here and then just bounced and then came up, retraced a tad, and then ran some more. So looking very, very good. And we talked about this, right? We talked about what might happen if the stock breaks this level of resistance, right? Or support, I should say. So it broke the level of support, free fall. I did have this level of support over here around 51.27. Broke right through that, broke right through 50, broke through everything I kind of had. It's very possible, obviously there are different levels of support. Like we can see back here, there's some levels of support over here as well as over here. And there's a few different things that could have happened here, but I'm going to go ahead and draw this as a level of support right here, just so we can see where it bounced off previously. We'll put it right here and let's see if it respected anything that we had previously. Okay, so a few levels over here. I don't really care for too many of these, but we'll go ahead and have it. And then not exactly right here, but anyways, you can see what we have going on. I'm going to mark it here just in case. Not really my favorite level of support, but we can see there's going to be a few different levels within here, right? Previously. Now, I would have absolutely loved if it just would have bounced off of 51, but either way, it did close above that 51 level of resistance right there, or support, I mean, and I'm very happy about that, right? Went through, held through, which is exactly what you want to see. Hopefully it continues to respect that. In the morning of Tuesday, whenever the market is open again, I hope that it will continue to, no, the market is not open on Monday, Tuesday. So on Tuesday, whenever the market does open again, I'm hoping to see this bounce right here, right? I would love to see either continue to run. That'd be fantastic too. But if it bounces at 51, I would love to take a position. Please let me, I would love to take a position of an option, because I feel like there's a lot of things going on, right? A lot of great potential catalysts that are happening this month that I'm looking forward to. Again, I'm not setting dates, nothing like that. I'm willing to wait. In my opinion, we are still in a consolidation phase, right? This is still consolidation right here, right? And I like consolidation. I'll take consolidation. You guys know I'll take consolidation all day long, all month long, all year long, because I feel like it's going to pay. I feel like it's worth it, right? Let's say hi to the chat. We'll talk about GameStop. We'll see who ran today, who didn't run today, and then we'll get into Ortex, because I do want to talk about the Ortex information. Lee, yo, Diane, welcome, hi. Ryan, hey guys. Andrew, not anywhere close to selling. Same, my friend, same. My only thing that I'm upset about is I didn't buy more. That's the only thing I'm upset about. Stoli, good evening. Hope everybody enjoyed the sale today. Abso-freaking-lutely. Ryan, yep, snagged a few more. Got 9 this morning. Huyos, happy 4th, everyone. Yes, happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Angelina, welcome. Yay, my favorite math peeps. Oh my gosh, I love the abacus. That's too funny. Man, people buying the dip. I can't believe how many people bought the dip today. I YOLO'd 65s for next Friday for under $1. Under $1? What? I don't know how you do it for, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Michael bought 8 more at the dip at 49. Oof, jealous. I'm so freaking jealous. Stoli, no one is buying Monday, including myself. You are correct. Angelina, haha, those big bad criminals did not take our bananas. What's up, Matt? Welcome. Let's see. Where was this? Oh, Matt says shorts attacked and scared the paper hands, then bought it back for profit to help their position. Okay. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop, welcome. Cormaz, love you guys. And thank you. Wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July. Absolutely. I didn't have any powder for today. Yeah, I have a little bit of powder, payday. Thank you very much. But, oof. Ooh. Premium was like 90 cents on the 65s. Oh, maybe that was earlier, right? Earlier. Duh. Okay, let's continue here on this. So we were looking at this. I was going to look at GameStop. Let's take a look at GameStop, see what happened. GameStop had a similar move. The same move, the same exact move of AMC, especially in the morning. We can see it dropped all the way to $196. As I said before, unfortunately, I didn't have my notifications on because I would have loved to scoop some under $200. Still, I'm really not too far off. I don't think $3 is going to make or break me, but it's just so tricky whenever it comes to it. I feel like I just want to buy more AMC, but I'm so good on my AMC position. I want to buy more GameStop, but I love AMC so much. It really is Honestly, it's the most first world problem I can ever have. I apologize, but it's a first world problem. So I'm very fortunate for that to be my dilemma. But we'll see. But so GameStop did close at $202.83, and the after hours it is currently at a 203.15. Doge, let's take a look at Doge really quick. Doge still consolidating around 24 cents, and Bitcoin around 33,000, 33.8. Let's take a look at the tops for the day. I'm very curious to know what the heck is going on with some of these stocks. For example, Mayrin. I think Mayrin did a little run today. Let's see if there's anything we recognize up in here. Just Mayrin up 34.55% on the day. And we're going to pull that up actually right now, because looking at Mayrin, I said it again, didn't I? I said if it tests this 1752 level of resistance again, if it pushes through, you're going to see another run. And I said this yesterday. Watch the live stream, and what did it do? It tested, and this was a bull trap, right? Kind of broke through and then fell back down and then ran, right? And this is all in the pre-market, so it just crazy. I'm maybe not a bull trap, but it could have been a bull trap. And then it just ran, right? Retraced a little bit, ran up all the way to 25.60, and then ending the day at 20.29, and then currently in the after hours up 1.33% at 20.56. Very cool, very impressive. Let's also look at the top losers. Again, I'm not in that stock. It's just fun to take a look at, taking a look, and you guys should do your own technical analysis. You guys see me doing it all the time. I'm sure you're watching trades through the technical analysis. It's not that bad, And what's great about, for example, for this one right here, I don't have any skin in the game, right? I'm not like, I didn't put any money into it. I'm really not going to put any money into it, anything like that. But, taking a look and saying, what do I think is going to happen? And you don't have to do 10 different stocks, but, it'd be fun to, whether you write it down in a notepad or something, say, Mayrin, and then write yourself a little note, or just put some markings on the chart, and you can see you can see, right? You can see what do you think is going to happen? So you do a prediction and say, okay, I think if it breaks over this, based on these levels of resistance, if it breaks over this, I think it'll probably run a little bit, right? And you can. Dog says, hey Corey, at dinner with 5 people trying to convince them to buy, so we be watching. Thanks. Welcome dog, and friends. Here's the deal. I can't tell anyone what to do. I can't tell anyone what to buy, but you know what? If I had $1 million and I could buy anything with it, you have no idea. I don't think I'm allowed to say what I would do, but I'm sure you can imagine. I'm so convinced in this one thing. I put it all on red, and that's what I did. But anyways, so yeah, I would encourage you guys to take your time to. Hey, what's up, Robert? Take it. It's so easy when there's no skin in the game, right? You can say. And you can look at it so objectively. You can say, okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, I think maybe it'll go up if it hits this. If it breaks here, it's going to run down. So we'll see. And then take a look at it in a little bit and see if you're right. See if you're wrong. See if there was an external catalyst like news. Remember, news trumps everything. The majority of the time, news trumps everything. Now, obviously, we're in a short squeeze type of situation with AMC and GameStop, so so keep that in mind. But what I will say is, test yourself out every once in a while. Okay, let's look at the top losers for the day and see who did not do so well. ATOS is something we've been watching, right? And this is one that I was a little weary about. Granted, I was also weary about Mayrin. ATOS, though, again, this one had a similar kind of situation. I said right here, if it breaks through this level of resistance at $7.50, it was probably going to go for a little run. It did run for about 2 days, and then it retraced, try to recover a little bit, and then fell below this level of support and dumped. It's been dumping. It hit 980. It's been dumping for the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Currently we're at $5.35. So keep that in mind. Yes, Craig, this is Webull, version 4 for the desktop. Or is this version 5 now? Did they update? I don't know, but I do have a link in the description. If you use my link and deposit $100, you actually get 2 free stocks. I get a free stock. Everybody wins. I really like this platform though. It's super cool. Ranya, sushi. Cosimo roll from Sushi. If you haven't tried it, come on, Corey. We all know you're buying a new truck. This is true, Diane. I do need a new truck. I will. First thing, I hate to, spend my money before I have it, right? Unrealized gains. But I will 100% be buying a new truck. I just need a new truck. My truck is on its 10th life is what I'll say. I'll say 9th life. I'll give it the 9th life. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's take a look at good old Ortex, right? We love Ortex. Actually, let me catch up on the chat, and then we'll look at Ortex. I'll leave you guys in suspense for a second. I said what's up to Robert. Let's see. Mike says, I heard the short interest is way up there. I'm not sure if we're talking about AMC, probably. What's up, Peter? I love sushi. Sushi's good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and continue. AMC. All right, so Ortex AMC. So let's take a look at these numbers. I do have a little bit of a theory of what is going on. And so let's take a look at the short interest. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to say what's going on. These numbers are insane. Okay. Do not shill yourself. Do not let me shill you. These numbers are wild. And we can take a look here at what's going on with the short interest. And we can see the short interest right here, the current short interest of the free float. And we can see the correlation of what happens whenever the short interest goes up. The stock goes up. Or whenever the short interest goes up, we kind of consolidate. And whenever the short interest goes down, the stock runs, right? We can see what's happened previously. Look at the previous trends, and you can see it. Yellow is the short interest, and then the green and red is the regular stock price. Excuse me. And you can see there, it looks to be a direct correlation with what is going on. Okay. And actually, can I pull up? What else can I pull up? Shares on loan. We can also see that the shares on loan pretty much directly correlates with the short interest. And as the shares on loan goes up, the stock consolidates, and as the shares on loan goes down, the stock runs. And we can see that the shares on loan is going back up from where it previously was. I wish I wouldn't show so much, but right here we can see the shares on loan is currently going back up, because as the stock went up, shares on loan went down, and the shares on loan is back up, right? It's going in the same, we're seeing the same exact pattern that we saw previously before the previous run. How long is it going to take, to be determined, but based on previous trends, what we're seeing, I mean, it's all going in the right direction for another run. Okay. And we could probably do utilization as well. And I would probably imagine that it looks exactly the same. So we can see 3 different factors that seem to have some kind of correlation, that whenever they go high, the stock runs. And currently they are going high again, right? Very, very easy way to do it. It's not rocket science or anything. I see, most people can see patterns. I freaking love to see patterns. And this is a pattern, right? This is a pattern. If anybody watches The Office, if you watch it a lot, well, I can't say, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but Michael, to remember certain phrases and stuff, to remember certain lines, he goes, my pattern, my friend Pat took a turn. If you watch The Office. I love The Office. And anyways, so we can see that right here, right? It's a pattern. of what's going on. And I'm freaking so bullish for it. This short interest is extremely, extremely, extremely high. The shares on loan is high. Utilization is kind of fluctuating, but going in the right direction. And what's so funny is, this is not funny. What's interesting is this has been going down a little bit because it was at 18, went to 19, and then went going back down. I'm a little curious as to why this went down. My theory is, whenever the short interest was gathered, because we're not seeing it in the price action, right? Based on the price action, this should only be going up. It doesn't really make sense that the short interest is going down. Doesn't make much sense that the borrow change, that the hedge funds return more shares than they borrowed. Because of the direction the stock went. It's a little confusing unless they covered at the end of the day, which would kind of make, and when I say covered, I mean barely covered anything at the end of the day, which would help maybe explain why this recovery was so strong. But those are kind of speculation. Either way, I mean, we got Kenny Griff. There it is. There, you heard it here first. Everyone sell. There it is. All right. I guess we're going to wrap it up there. Just kidding. We're going to pack it in. On maybe I was talking about Hey, what's up, Humble? Robert, I was surprised that we saw 47 as well, to be honest. So that's what's going on in the Ortex world, right? And I just wanted to be, just give my opinion, my thoughts and opinion on what might be happening. Obviously, I'm so bullish on these numbers. There's only one way they can go down, right? There's only one way they can go down, based on what is going on, right? And that is to return those shares. And currently, they're really they haven't returned enough. Maybe they'll return a little bit, but remember, this doesn't account for naked shorts or anything. These guys, in my opinion, are still in a terrible place. And my goodness. All right. So let's take a look at some of the I saw this and I want to say the vibes of what's going on in the AMC stocks subreddit, because as you know, there's a lot of sentiment. There's a lot of stuff going on in here that I like to take a look at and see what's going on. But so let's start here. So I just want to say that the vibe I'm getting from you apes is so different than a few months ago. I don't feel any sense of panic or unintentionally spreading fear, because we need reassurance. We got punched in the face repeatedly today, and we're like, give me more. I didn't hear no bell, and got back up and slapped that ass. So, I'm not going to read the whole post or anything, but and I bring this up for one reason. It's just show you the sentiment of what is going on with this stock, right? This stock is just the people. It's the people stock. They're holding, they're not selling, they're not doing anything. I mean, they're just, AMC just hit $53. Thank you, Diane. Wild and crazy. This stock is, look at this recovery, beautiful recovery. And I'm so upset again that I did not buy whenever it was going down this morning. I'm so a little disappointed, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still very happy with my position. It's all good in the hood. And so, yeah, so I only bring this up just to show you guys the sentiment of what's going on, right? People are, they love the stock. They love the stock. They're holding the stock. They're not selling. It's because all the apes share the DD. They share what's going on. They share the information, and you can see. So I was going to continue. So apparently Adam Aaron responded to this person on Twitter or something. And so this is pretty interesting. So they said, have you ever thought about doing AMC exclusive movies, sort of how AMC or Netflix does it? Another idea is sports. My father loves soccer. He wouldn't mind watching a Euros finals on an AMC theater instead of a bar filled with cigarette smoke. I am thinking about both. Adam. Now, granted, Who knows if this is real? Who knows if he is actually thinking about it? Who knows if he's just trying to get this guy off his back? There's so many what ifs here. I'm not here to to speculate too much, but if this is in fact true, then this is very interesting, right? These are things that I never really thought of. Whenever I think of a sport in the actual, when I think of watching like sports or something, I think of how they were innovating into like VR, where you could be courtside for like basketball and you can look around and hang out with your buddies or whatever, your friends, and just watch the game courtside, which would be very cool, like VR. But this would be a great idea, watching sports in the actual theater. Who knows what the rules would be though, if you're loud and blah blah blah. I don't know, things that they can figure out. AMC exclusive movies is actually extremely interesting. I've never thought about that. Obviously Netflix has their own things, Hulu has their own things, blah blah blah, but I've never ever thought about AMC exclusive movies in AMC theaters. That is pretty interesting. Granted, I'm sure it's a whole mess, but even if they got movies early, right? Imagine if they would never be able to do this, but imagine if they got like Marvel movies early, where they would say, all right, watch the new Marvel movie a whole week in advance, right? To when it comes out in regular theaters. I don't think they would ever do that because they're trying to break all their records and stuff, but that kind of thing could be extremely interesting. And boom, back to the sentiment of the stock, of the diamond hands, right? Diamond hands right here. So the fact that no one is on social media is panicking about AMC dropping shows you how strong and diamond handed you apes are. And again, going back, I mean, look at the chat. Like, obviously we're extremely bullish on AMC. Look at just looking at the sentiment. Something I haven't checked in a while, I'm a little curious about, is capital.com, and let's take a look at AMC. I haven't looked at it here in a while, and I'm curious to know how this is looking. Boom, look at this trader sentiment. 92% buyers, 8% sellers, right? Like, this stock is being bought, is being held, and no one is selling the stock, right? This is an A. This is a solid A right here, of the direction the stock is going. Remember, if it's supply and demand, do you want the stock? Do you not want the stock? There's so many good things about this. I don't even know where to go with this. I'm just so excited. I can't even speak right. So that's that. You guys know I love the memes. Sir, they're calling it a 4th of July sale. I love it. People are buying more. There you go. Cheryl and Jason says, didn't bother me today. I didn't even look at it. Cheryl, same here. I coincidentally did not even look at it. It dropped to 47. I'm over here just working away, just la-da-da-da-da, living my best life. Meanwhile, we broke all my levels of support and recovered before I even looked at the screen. So I will say it is, see, Diamond got contracts. See, gosh. Yeah, I'm jealous. Michael Sterling says, why panic shorts haven't covered? 100%. I'd agree with that. Okay, another meme. Sir, we shorted the price down to $48. The apes seem to be cheering for us. I think they want more. Yeah, I mean, I love this. This face is probably one of my favorite faces for the meme format. Oh my goodness. It's just too good. I didn't get to take a look at Superstrong today. So let's take a quick look and see if there's any kind of stuff in here that I think is interesting. But let's see this quick TLDR. It's right here. It's a Reddit post. Take it for what it is. I haven't even screened this, so let's just see what this wild ride says. Seems to be pretty popular. So TLDR, the naked shorting scandal is much worse than you may have first believed. The real shares in your account hold the same exact rights as any other, but behind the curtain, DTCC has historically covered up the failure to delivers and mass naked shorting using CEBE, counterfeit electronic book entries. This is the DTCC's way of maintaining this reverse Ponzi scheme. This is why an NFT dividend would ruin them, as they can't cook the books for everyone to get one. Okay. Again, it might be a little tinfoil hat. Obviously, I'm sure it's probably a long post with a lot of DD, a lot of rewards, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is factually correct. But this is a very interesting concept here. Reverse repos, every meme maker in the sub right now. Anything interesting here? They've dropped the price on payday. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them. I love these memes, and this is from Dodgeball if you haven't seen it. And this is the funniest thing. The interactions between these guys are too funny. Let's see what else we have. We'll just keep on going. Oh, the average SEC make. Oh my gosh, the average SEC employee makes 186K. Yikes. Down vote. All right, we'll kind of leave it there. That's all. Doesn't seem to be too many crazy things going on. Let's go back to AMC and see how it's doing in the after hours. So we did touch $53. We're currently at $52.82 in these after hours. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is looking good. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. CT, love that dip down to $47. Right on time to buy more shares. About a pile of calls for basically Christmas when they were nice and El Cheapo. That is big brain, I think. Hopefully that pays out for you. I do like getting options super far out. Sometimes I buy them a year out, right? These long, and granted, it's a little bit cheaper whenever the stock isn't so volatile. It's much cheaper whenever the stock isn't so volatile, especially if you're bullish on it. I love those are called leaps whenever you buy those options that far out, 6 months or whatever. So I love leaps. I feel like they are extremely safe, can pay a lot, especially if you have some kind of crazy run, right? Excuse me. If you have some kind of crazy run on a leap, you can make some serious gains. That's what happened to me with AMC. I was playing it as a leap back in December, January, because I was like, the stock's at $2. Like, there's no, you're telling me, I said they're either going to go bankrupt, but the vaccine is out. Everyone's getting vaccinated, or the vaccine is about to come out. So I'm sure they're going to do whatever they can to stay afloat, no matter what kind of deal they have to take. So, and if I'll tell you what, if the cruise lines aren't bankrupt by now, AMC is probably not going to go bankrupt. So what I did is I bought leaps, right? And I said, you know what? It'll probably be at least $2.50 by the end of the year, right? There's no way it's not going to be at least $2.50. So I bought those call options, and lo and behold, this stock is actually insane, and I got a lot. I'm doing very well, is what I'll say. Martin says, what do you think we will do on Tuesday with AMC? What volume do you think we will do on Tuesday with AMC? So again, it really kind of depends, right? Here's the deal. We've seen there's a bit of a trend going on. Recently, in the past few days, we've seen less than 100 million in volume. And what's very interesting is the volume picked up as the stock dropped. And that's because I think a lot of apes bought the dip. It's a great freaking value. We were at $60 not long ago, even 70 something bucks not too long ago. And to see these levels, of these prices, right? While the short interest is going up, the shares on loan is going, like, while all of these numbers are extremely high, in my opinion, that shows that it's just a matter of time before it takes off, right? So I'm not the only one thinking like that, right? A lot of people are thinking like that. And it makes a lot of sense, right? If someone came to me, if a close friend came to me, said, hey, like, what do you think? I would say, well, let me just like explain this to you, explain to you what's happening. And I'm sure they can probably deduce the rest of what I think is going to happen. Because I'm just extremely confident what's going on here. Now, so as far as like what volume do you think we'll do on Tuesday with AMC, then it really just depends. I think that, it's very possible to see some kind of news catalyst. If it dips, obviously the volume picks up because people buy the dip. And if it starts to run, I think you're going to get a lot of FOMO buyers to buy in. But it really just depends on which way the day goes. If it's a sideways day, maybe we'll see another volume of 50 million in volume. And I really don't mind the low volume days. Granted, in the low volume days, it's probably a little easier for the hedgies to do this kind of movement. But whenever they can't do that kind of movement, if we have some kind of failure to deliver that needs to be purchased, any kind of news catalyst, anything like that, that can easily turn this kind of downward momentum into upward momentum on low volume days. So I really don't mind the low volume too much, because as we can see, the apes love it, love to buy a dip, they love to buy a sale, especially on this weekend and on payday. So that's kind of my long-winded, different kind of scenarios that could happen. Martin says, could we reach 120 to 130 million in volume on Tuesday? Easily. Soccer Skills says has almost 10,000 shares at an average of $14.50. Dang. Isn't it funny how, like, that's a great average? Isn't that insane how $14.50 was rough? Like, remember, it was at $5, kind of ran up to 14, went down to like 8. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm bag holding. Some people, they were like, I'm bag holding at $14. Like, I'm never going to make this money back. I'm like, what do I do? Do I cut losses? Do I leave? And people were freaked out at $14.50, because that at the time, it's a matter of perspective. That at the time was insanely high. That was extremely high, unless you bought it like $25, on January, whenever it went nuts. But that's extremely high, right? But look at you now, like, beautiful average, like super low. You're probably extremely happy that you bought it. You wish you would have bought more, probably, and crazy stuff. But yeah, want to buy more. I don't want my average to go up. Set up an account with my wife and start fresh. Soccer, I see your point, but you know what? Honestly, who cares if you average up, right? You would rather average up than have an average, if you average up, I don't know how many shares you're planning on buying, but even if you're buying 100 shares or something, you're not going to average up that much. You have 10,000 shares at $14.50. You can buy 100 shares that probably would barely even move it, So I guess it depends on how much you want to buy. But even then, it's not going to feel good if you're at, let's say you buy in at $53 and it goes down to $46 or something. Now you're like, oh, I'm down a lot of money, and it doesn't look so good. Whereas from a psychological standpoint, if you would have just bought in and your average is now, even if your average is 2025, you'd still be up, and you might feel a little bit better about it. I mean, it just really depends. It's more of a psychological barrier, psychological things, but keep that in mind. Do what you like. Yeah, not financial advice. Thank you, Diamond. Ape Win says, want to enter point, please advise. I think if you're saying you're looking for an entry, here's the deal. Back to what I was saying with that person right there, right? About the 1450 average, right? That was a very, very high average. I would have hated to have that average back in the day. But you know what? Matter of perspective, that average is looking beautiful. It's looking amazing. I'm very happy for that person. So I think it's going to be the same thing, right? In my personal opinion, I think $50, in my personal opinion, no advice or anything, you do what you want to do, but I feel like people are going to wish they got in at $50. Do you wish you would have gotten in at GameStop at $50? Like, you know what I mean? It's a matter of perspective. GameStop currently at, let's call it $200. I wish I would have bought GameStop at $50. I had plenty of opportunity to buy GameStop at $50. You know, whenever it after it had its run, it was kind of consolidating. We were at $5. They were at $50. Down, I think it even touched $38. And, you know, I was like, you know, what do I want to buy? I waited and kind of, you know, sat on my hands and I was like, do I want to buy? Do I want to buy? And then what does it do? It starts to run, right? So what do? I buy in. Granted, I got in at $138, so I'm doing pretty good. But imagine I could have bought, you know, almost 3 shares for the price of 1. So keep that in mind. It's rough. I love it. It's rough says your average won't matter when it hits 100K, you know, and that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Because I look at this and do I wish I would have bought at 47, 77? Sure. Am I happy to buy at $53? Absolutely. Right. Like, because number one, I'm averaging up. I'm more than happy to average up. And number two, whenever, you know, when and if the stock goes to 10,000, 100,000, you know, wherever it's going to go, wherever it's going to go, I'm still going to be so happy that I added to my position early rather than waited and bought in at who knows what. Let's say you buy in at $500. Well, you probably wish you would have bought in at $50, right? Martin McFly says, hedges really want you to think this is your top and have it trading sideways with 5 to 10% dip days to shake out the week. That's a great point, right? And I think that is what they want to see, right? They wanted you to see like, oh, okay, you know, oh, it's at everything that happened, right? It's at $5. Oh, it's not going higher than $5. Then it, you know, it does go up a little bit, right? It goes all the way to $14. Oh, $14. This is looking good. It's probably going to run. And then a bunch of people bought in at $14 thinking it was going to run, and it dipped down, right? Dipped down to, you know, $8, we'll call it, and then consolidated $10, and then it started to run eventually, right? And granted, it did take some time, but we did get there. And I think that people are underestimating what the stock can do and underestimating what the hedgies like plan is. I think the hedgies are overestimating their plan, but we'll see what happens in the end. My mod sent me this nice little image right here. I guess I was doing a funny face. Thank you for that. That is the most hideous face I've ever seen. That face is gonna haunt me in my nightmares. Ape dumb and keep buying. Yeah, you know, Fudge. It's interesting, you know, dumb money seems to be doing pretty well. If this is what dumb money is like, count me in. Count me in. I'll be dumb money all day. Oh, here we go. Eric has the key. Okay, holding for years is the key. I gotta write that down. Let me bring this up here. Holding for, yeah, I'm just playing. Random Nerd says, forget the buy entry, just buy and hold. That, and you know what? Some people do that. So I like that strategy personally, because you know what? If you know, $5 on this stock is gonna make or break me, whether I'm gonna like be rich or not be rich, then you know, I don't know if that's the play for me, right? If I think it's just gonna go up a few bucks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not gonna risk it, or I don't think it's worth it. Then you know what? Then it is what it is. Make your own financial decisions, but yeah. At the end of I'll put it this way: at the end of the day, you know, whether you bought in at $2, you bought in at $14. I think that at the end of the day, if it does run up, you'll probably be very happy, right? Regardless where you bought in, and that's what I'll say. Yes, please be very careful with options. If you are playing options, be extremely interesting with those calls, right? You have to make sure that you're confident that you're going to hit that strike price, because if you don't hit that strike price, then you have to keep that in mind. And something that I personally been doing, this might help you a little bit for the strike prices, is I've been very cautious not to get anything that is for a strike. I want it to be around $60 personally, because we've been testing 60, right? We test 60. Sometimes we break over, like these right here, right? But are you going to actually sell when you're there, or do you think that you probably are going to think it's going to run some more, right? And so you get a little greedy. You're like, oh, I'm making money, and then you don't sell. And then if it does retrace, well, guess what? Now you're probably going to be holding, retraces some more, goes down, 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 and now you're very out of the money, which is not going to feel good on your wallet. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking. You have to make sure that that break-even price is worth it to you, right? You're confident about that break-even price, and remember, you can see the break-even price here, even if you don't, Webull is great. I love Webull for this like graph right here. This chart right here is so freaking fantastic. And so you want to make sure, well, let me do one for next week. The ones for next week right here, you can see the break even is $55, right? Which actually I feel freaking good about. Man, I wish I would have bought these call options. The break even is $55 for this particular one. But if you go, two more weeks out or 3 weeks out, whatever this is, you see here, the break even is now $60.30. So you're going to have to hit this, and you have to keep in mind whenever you're buying these options, right? These are things to keep in mind. Historically, what is going to happen? Is it actually going to hit it? Do I think this is going to be the week where it's going to be the catalyst, or sometime before? Because remember, you don't have to sell your contract or exercise or whatever you're going to do. You don't have to do it before, or you don't have to do it on the day of. You can do it anytime before, is what I'm saying. And granted, sometimes we have a good little run, right? And then sometimes it's just not going to expire the money. So just be very careful with those options. Angelina says, my son sold GameStop at $8. Oh my gosh, you hate to see it. We saw that person who sold Bitcoin. They sold their Bitcoin. They were so mad because they sold it at, oh gosh, I can't remember the numbers now, but they had it at 20 cents. They sold it at 40 cents or something like that. They bought it at 40 cents, sold it at 80 cents, something like that. And they were mad because now Bitcoin was $11, and this was in 2011. And I can't imagine how that person beats themselves up. I mean, they would have been probably retired, right? Or they had, yeah, I did the math. They had 1,400 Bitcoin or 1,800 Bitcoin or something. They would have been retired today if they would have just held it. You know what? If I had a 10% chance of, if I just held AMC for 10 years or whatever, that maybe I'll be a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, or even a millionaire. Yeah. Like, do you think I would hold it for that long? Absolutely. What else am I doing? What else am I doing? Marty McFly says, averaging up is a better play than averaging down. Averaging up shows you have the confidence and conviction for the price to go higher. Averaging down means you're a bag holder trying to break even. Dang, I like that. Averaging down means you're a bag holder trying to break even. fire. That's good. That's like a trade tweet right there. You know. No money, no honey. I'm getting caught up. David, what is up? On vacation without internet or cell reception, but hit the top of the hill to say happy Friday to Corey and the crew from my wife and I. Hey, David, I hope you guys are having fun on your vacation. Tell your wife hello. And man, well, I don't know if you're still on here, but where'd you guys go? I'm jealous. I'm trying to go on vacation. Is Robinhood down, Ray? I've not been in Robinhood in a little bit, in some time, and it feels good, I must say. You know why? And because I don't have to worry about if Robinhood is down, right? Like that right there is, for me, that tells me if I'm worried about my brokerage being down, if I'm worried about my platform being able to trade with my money on the platform that I'm choosing to use, that is not the platform for me, right? Like that right there is Robinhood down. Like it's so common. You know what I mean? Keep that in mind. And anyone who's in Robinhood, if you're scared to miss the squeeze, there's no time like the present, right? If you want to switch, if you don't want to switch, you don't want to switch. I can't tell you what to do, but I will say, Google Robinhood news and see how they're doing right now. See what's going on, right? Because you know who's not asking is my brokerage down? Me, right? And I'm not asking if my brokerage is down, and I'll never ask if my brokerage is down. You know why? Because I know my brokerage is up. I know it. David is in the middle of nowhere on a lake in Tennessee. That sounds fantastic, man. I hope you guys have a freaking blast. Yes, Robinhood is down. Guys, these guys are Robinhood is incurring fines, $70 million, a record. They set the record of all time in fines for being down, for not letting their traders trade. Okay. Be careful. Be careful is all I'll say. Make your own decisions, but yikes. Bloodshed says, "What's the best brokerage to switch to in your opinion?" Here's the deal. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, like the best one is this one." Blah blah blah. There's a list on Reddit. I don't know where the heck it is. You might have to find it, but I'm sure if you Google like brokerages that didn't halt trading, there's a whole list of them on Reddit. It was a cool little chart of who halted trading, who didn't halt trading, yada yada. I'm personally in Fidelity. I appreciate Fidelity. I really like Fidelity. And I've had my share of issues with them, with just talking to some of their advisors and stuff, but at least I have the option to try and talk to someone and see if and they try to help. They do try to help. So I do like Fidelity personally. I am also in Webull. Webull did halt trading, full disclosure, but I feel like they handled it much better whenever they were trying to bring trading back on. Way better than Robinhood did for sure. But yeah, so there you go. TD Ameritrade. I wonder if I can Google this really quick. No. Brokerages. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. View the list here. Let me see if this is the list that I'm talking about. Let's make sure this is a good website. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And you can see here. So these are good brokers. I'll leave this up right here. Good brokers did not restrict trading. Here we go. I'll leave this up and we can kind of take a look at that. Yeah, and some people, they have their Sammy says, after the squeeze, I'm out of Robinhood. Sammy, in my personal opinion, I think you have plenty of time to exit Robinhood before, you know, for most people, if you're switching from Robinhood to Fidelity, it has just been taking 2 business days. 2 business days. I think it's in the squeeze, in my personal opinion, will last longer than that time. I think you'll be safe even if it started Tuesday. Okay, because we're not trading on Monday. The markets are closed on Monday. So, oh yeah, thank you, Diamond. AMC, so it looks like AMC did close the day at 52.91, up 1.83% in the after hours. Very nice recovery, beautiful recovery, and still in this consolidation phase, right? Just because we broke this, this little pennant right here, but even then, like, you know, in my artistic form, you know, maybe I could scoot this like that. Seems to kind of respect, but either way, you know, some loud noise. Still some kind of consolidation. Looking good. Let's go ahead and continue. Let me move this like this a little bit. Oh, snap. I messed that up, but that's okay. AMC to the moon. Oh yeah, I was talking to somebody about what am I looking for? Who is this person right here? Okay, so Sammy. So talking to Sammy again. This thing might end Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, you know what? Whatever you'd like, Sammy. You make your own decision, my friend. Everyone makes their own decisions. My biggest, remember, Robinhood, for their fines, their $70 million fine. The record is not. The reason that fine is from March, not from January GameStop AMC things. It's because they, from what I read, it seems like they restrict trading, buying and selling for some people. I'd rather risk switching brokerages and not miss the squeeze than in the 11th hour, whenever it's squeezing, you were on the way back down, I'm going to sell at my floor, and now I can't trade, right? And I can't trade for 2 days in Robinhood for whatever reason, and now I've completely missed it, and now I'm a bag holder. That is why I switched, because yeah, maybe they won't do anything, right? But maybe they will, and whereas I know that in another brokerage, I'll be fine, right? And it's just not worth it for me. Financially, it's literally financially not worth it for me. But you know, whatever you'd like to do, my friend. No worries. Right, to this thing. I have both my margin and IRA in Webull. I was thinking about moving my IRA to a Fidelity, and just leaving margin with Webull to experiment. You know, yeah. I mean, here's the deal. You guys can. There's a bunch of different ways you guys can play your accounts. I've seen people move half and then move half again, or keep half in one brokerage, half in another brokerage. Whatever you guys want to do. I mean, obviously, but we'll see. You know, hindsight is 2020, and I would hate. And, you know, as we know, right, hindsight is 2020. And I just hate to look at hindsight and say, you know what, why did I stay in Robinhood for so long? I had months and months and months to leave Robinhood, and I didn't leave it, which is why I just left. I was like, you know what, I'd rather miss the beginning of the squeeze, and I'm not going to sell it anyways, than bag hold it at the end. And that's why I decided to switch. But all right, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up, guys. That's kind of everything I wanted to talk about. I'm kind of like spinning my wheels here. I did want to end on this little thing right here, right? So this is so cool, right? I love this. I just saw this, and this is so great. This person says, this is Steve Bartlett. I don't know who this is. They say, you wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds, right? Now, keep in mind, this is not financial advice at all. This isn't even pertaining to stocks, but, you know, I find it so relevant. I've been planning for, I've been gardening for 3 months now, still planting those seeds. People buying the dip are still planting those seeds, right? Everyone is planting the seeds. Buying these dips, right? I'm still planting my seeds. I'm watering my seeds, planting more. And you know what? I'm so happy I did. I'm gonna leave you guys on that. Fudge is drowning plants. Just keep on going. But all right, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Please be safe this weekend. If I come back and somebody's not here, somebody freaking did something crazy, I'm gonna be upset. So you guys keep it safe, keep it cool. Take your mind off of what's going on. If you're feeling fatigued or anything, don't look at it. It's not even moving anyways on the weekend. Sit back and relax. All right, I will see you guys Monday. Or Tuesday. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Diamond, I'll see you Tuesday. You guys have a fantastic weekend, all right? Peace.